I'm Dale Smith for Loony Politics, and the Parliamentary Budget Officer, Yves Giroux, is shocked that people are taking his numbers out of context and politicizing them in the media. But he should have known this when he released this report on the effects of carbon pricing. Now, part of the report shows exactly what the government says, which is that most families will get more back in rebates than they pay in carbon prices on average, because it's a distributional analysis based on the 5 quintiles of income, and lower income quintiles will get more rebates than the higher income quintiles. That's basic economics. But the report also shows this other analysis in which he uses some particular methodology to determine that by 2030, thanks to the carbon price, the overall economic effect could reduce household incomes, and that could mean that people are paying more than they get back in this broader context. But that context is also missing some of the other counterfactuals, such as the effects of the green transition, or even the counterfactual of what happens if we don't do anything about climate change and things get worse environmentally. None of those are in there, but the Parliamentary Budget Officer is insisting that this is all in the caveats in his report and people should read those, and this should all be clear in the context, but he didn't set the context very clearly, and he should have known that this was going to happen when he wrote this report, because he's been in this job for 4.5 years now. Not only that, but Giroux himself has personally become a fairly political figure. He offers political analysis to his reports in the media and has become quite a talking head on political shows. And more to the fact, he has strayed so far outside of his legislative mandate, which is to provide economic and macroeconomic analysis, to things like evaluating the staffing levels of government departments. That's not his purview, and yet he's offering this. And now that one of these reports has blown up in his face because it's being cherry-picked, he's now getting all concerned. We have a problem with the Parliamentary Budget Officer in this country. The position was created largely because Stephen Harper was upset that in the Chrétien-Martin years, the Department of Finance's estimations of what would be the deficit or the surplus, were often undersold. And he wanted an independent figure who could provide a more rigorous analysis in his estimation. But that position quickly ballooned, and it has become an oppositional figure to the Department of Finance and to Treasury Board, which is not what it's supposed to be. And the current PBO is not making things any better for his own position. We should have an independent analysis of, it should be economic and macroeconomic analysis. That's what is in the legislation. But Giroux has strayed far outside of that. And now he's getting upset that, he's being treated like a policy advocate. It's kind of a problem. For Loony Politics, I'm Dale Smith.